Do you know what really stood out last year in terms of phones? The Galaxy Note. So of course, a sequel had to come out and it's selling well, selling fast, just doing pretty well if you ask me. The question is, what makes it stand out? We decided to investigate more with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Now, about a year ago, we actually had a review unit of the original Note. This, of course, is the follow-up, and I'd say I'm very impressed. We have the white model with us here, as you can see, and just for comparison's sake, because I know a lot of people have this right now, it's the S3. So that is how it stacks up in terms of size. See that? Yeah, so the S3 versus the Note 2. So let me put that back down. Now, right off the bat, this feels very sturdy in my hand. In comparison to the original Note, it's actually a little bit narrower, but at the same time, overall a bit bigger in terms of length. Now, this adds for a few things. For example, you can actually adjust the keyboard in the settings, that is, to just be more inclined to left or right when you want to type. So now that it's slightly narrower, it's easier to type with one hand, and I have quite large hands, so it makes it very, very easy. So I'm quite a big fan of that. In terms of weight, it's about 182 or 183 grams, so it's very light, but still sturdy at the same time. So I'm quite impressed with that. What else about this thing? Firstly, this has to be pointed out. Let me just pull it out. The S Pen, as you can see right here, it's a lot more sensitive than before. Points of pressure previously were 256, now it has 1024. So obviously, that's a massive difference. It really allows you to be creative if you are so inclined. Now, I was at the launch of this phone, and they had an artist there. And the entire time when the host was on the stage, the artist just sat there and drew a picture of the host, and it was absolutely astounding. The potential that you could do with it really is amazing. And just to show you how easy it is, if we open up something like the S Note, just draw away, which is pretty nifty. Other cool features would be something like this. You don't even need to touch the phone in order to start really viewing what's there. You can start previewing stuff. So if I open up, say, the gallery right here, and I've taken some pictures previously, what I can do is hover over it, and it shows me everything that's in the folder like such. So I'm quite a big fan of that. It allows you to really utilize this in terms of speeding things up. In case you're wondering, it is on Jelly Bean as well. That's a big plus point, preloaded of course. How does it operate? Well, because it's quad-core, it is very fast, so you won't really have trouble with that. In terms of how sensitive the screen is, it's also very good. You know, when you want to pinch to zoom, etc., it works as well as can be expected. Now, standardized cameras nowadays on this have to be pretty good. Everyone loves taking pictures in their smartphones. This is 8 megapixels in the back. You can shoot video in HD, and if you've used the S3, which I'm sure you know someone who has, you'll note the picture quality can be pretty nice. And this one actually has a couple more features in terms of what you can do, like the face detection and the best shot mode. So that's quite nifty as well. On the front, you're talking 2 megapixels, so you'll get some semi-decent pictures if you're into self-photography. Just make sure you don't start doing the duck face, because I really hate that. Never mind, I'm digressing. Sorry, my bad. Apart from that, everything else that comes in that terms of applications, very useful. Obviously, nowadays with this, you can actually pull it out and you'll have a list of things that can actually pop up on the side. And as you can see right there. Now, the advantage of having this is you could literally have 3 applications running on the screen at the same time. I could have a video in the top corner, I could be drawing something here and have a document open in the other side. So obviously, the processor has to be very fast to handle all of that, and it's more than capable of doing so. Overall, how do I find it? I absolutely love it. I prefer a bigger phone. Why? Let me explain. I've traveled a lot this year, and I'm constantly trying to stay updated with the news. So what I usually do is buy a SIM card of the country that I'm in, a prepaid one, and use that as I'm walking around. So with that, I can keep updated with my Instagram, with the news, with my email, Twitter feed, etc. And I love having a nice, crystal clear screen to read the news. Obviously, certain apps will aggregate news sources for you, and it's a real pleasure to read it on the big screen. In fact, certain websites, you can put a lot more on the screen, which is 5.5, than one which is a lot smaller, so that's a huge difference for me. The keyboard, because it's slightly narrower, makes it easier to type, but also all the letters are bigger. I absolutely love that because I got rather large thumbs. Obviously, that is all a matter of perspective. If you're set on a compact phone, that will probably do for you, and you might not like this. But if you like something which has, and I should add, an absolutely massive battery, then you should definitely check this out, because it is, if you're out and about, you can just take it out and put another one in. So it keeps you on the go in that sense. But a battery on a full charge will last you a full day. Shouldn't really be a problem. Really like this phone. Yet again, Samsung are pushing the boundaries of what technology can really do.
Next Generation Romo by Romotive successfully raised its funding goal on November 15, 2012. If you haven't heard of Romo, it is a mini robot that connects to your smartphone that can be controlled via another smartphone or tablet. Unlike the first generation robot that supported Android, the second generation robot works with a range of iDevices. The team decided to focus on Apple devices for initial development of the second generation, but hinted on the website that Android support may be in the works. The team pledged to develop advanced new features with the funds raised.
We're working on a ton of really cool features, like autonomous navigation so that Romo can get around the house by himself without bumping into things, face recognition so that Romo can have a different relationship with each person in the house, and graphical programming so that people with no technical background can create their own custom behaviors and personalities for the robot and share them with their friends.
In the near future, Romo could be the first personal robot to many people in the world.
Yo, raise it up.